What is up, YouTube? Enzo here after, I don't know, a month or two of being gone or something. Summer break, so a bunch of stuff. What have I been doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, I mean, you could say maybe I've been watching anime or something. Trying to write new songs, but none of them end up getting finished. We have a lot of time. It's like 3 months worth of summer. Might as well do something. And on the topic of doing something, my cousin lent me his guitar that he was trying to use for learning how to play the instrument. But he isn't exactly the kind of person to stick with an instrument, let alone play it. So it's with me for a while, so I can play around with it because I wanted to test out a ding 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 a nylon guitar because I've definitely never tried one of those before. That's not true. I mean, if you go back a few times, you'll probably find me playing around with some. I think it was another nylon guitar that was of a larger scale than this. In fact, this might be a 1/2 or a 3/4 size guitar. Definitely meant for kids, so this is not meant for someone as big as me. But if you want to play, let's say, guitar on the car, in a car rather, like traveling somewhere, this is probably the one for you because it's small, it's light, it's very easy to travel with. So what I have before me right now is an Amigo guitar, made in Romania in 2012. So this is a pretty old thing. I doubt that it's any fancy brand or something. I looked into it a bit. Turns out it was one of those really easy to buy Amazon brands, that kind of stuff. So it wasn't a high quality, let's say, instrument. But if you wanted to get something for real cheap, maybe as a prop for I don't know, a stage play school project, this would probably be your guy, right? Now, when I first got it, I tried it out a bit, obviously, because that's what you do with any guitar. And one of the dumbest problems I had with this was that the action was way too high. And what that means is that the string height from the fretboard is too high, and you have to put more effort into pressing down a string. Now, what I did, I destrung it a bit. I removed the nut. I removed the saddle. This is called the saddle. This white piece here, that is relatively high on this one. Now, just before I started recording, I got some 220, 240 sandpaper, sanded the hell out of it to a certain point so that it would at least be a bit lower. And, it's not perfect. It's still rather high in my opinion. I don't think my steel string or my electric has action this high because, I'm still technically a beginner. I can do some interesting intermediate stuff, I guess, but it's not anything wow, you know what I mean? So I thought, I've been watching a bunch of guitar luthier modification videos. Might as well try for something for myself and see if I can fix the problem. And I kind of did. It's out of tune again. Are you serious? Close enough. Yeah, so now if I'm gonna try doing something on, let's say, the 12th fret, it's much easier than when I first played it last night. It's currently afternoon, but it looks like it's gonna rain, so excuse the light if it's a bit too bright. So yeah, I'm gonna do a sound demo, I guess, and I'm gonna talk about some other stuff I was planning to do. So let's try something quick. I mean, it's a nylon, so might as well go for some fingerstyle thing. So I don't know, guys. Ever heard of John Mayer? It's out of tune. I hate this so much. Excuse me. It's always the B and E strings, I swear, every time. As I was saying, Again, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so that was Edge of Desire. That's the fingerstyle part. At least played in the beginner way, because I'm not John Mayer. I don't know the hard stuff. So, now that we have a fingerstyle kind of demo out of the way, well, I could like maybe do a tiny scale. Again, it's hard for me because my hands are relatively larger, as compared to, let's say, a child, obviously. So the string spacing is not good for my hands because it's, a 3/4, maybe a 1/2 even guitar size. So it is much smaller than anything I'm used to. If anything, this might even be much closer to a ukulele, maybe. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Those are quarter sizes, if I'm correct. Wait, no, because it's a guitar. Nah, anyway, forget it. I'll do a scale. I cannot play today. It's called the major 7 staircase. I think it sounds something like this. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I don't know what's happening. Again, sorry. I did it. There we go. So now let's try some open chords or something. Let's do the normal beginner B A, not B J. G A, no G. I'm having a stroke. G C, yeah, G C A. God, forget it. I'll just play it. It's okay, you want to capo it maybe? This is a capo specifically meant for flatter fretboards, I would say. I'm not sure. Could be wrong, could be stupid, but let's do it anyway, Let's put it on like 4th fret. Let's try a random chord progression. What's my favorite chord? Let's try. It sounds bad. If I'm not mistaken, as I was looking into this thing had like a laminate top, laminate back and sides. I mean, it doesn't even sound, this doesn't even have a truss rod. At least the thing looks pretty good, like, honestly. The grain isn't, I mean, whatever you call this. This might just be even like a wallpaper type of sticker thing on like fake wood, plywood kind of thing, right? Who knows? Maybe they're just spending money to make it look good, but in reality it sounds like dog water. That's the word I was looking for. So that aside, that's what I was working on the whole day today. But what are my plans for the summer? Well, Thanks for asking. No, you didn't ask. I'm telling you this because I have nothing else to do. Remember that baby guitar we reviewed, I think, almost a year ago now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Its tuners have been um, removed. I'm looking for a human word to describe removal. Yeah, forget it. Yeah. Tuners have been removed. There's a bunch of marks all over it based on my testing with sandpaper because I want to repaint it. The frets are still garbage. Yeah, there's a bunch of scratches all over the damn thing. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can, based on the shining of the light. It's the nut's gone, the saddle's gone, the strings are gone. I'm gonna fix this up. Hopefully by July or maybe by August I can have this done. My idea for it is to restring it into a nylon because, as I said in the old video about the same guitar, it had no truss rod and it was trash. But putting aside the trash part, I don't want to get rid of it. I'm thinking maybe I can work into it, maybe a certain degree of effort and maybe arts and crafts, kind of stuff, just so I can make it at least look like it plays something good, or at least it's presentable. Because I might get rid of it. Because I'm not gonna play this, obviously. Like, if I had to own a nylon guitar, I could list 5 other brands. This doesn't even have a brand, now that I mention it. I could list 5 different models right now that I would rather own than this. Which is sad, because I can't necessarily play guitar, but, I could list down a lot of guitars that I would like to own. So that's not a good sign. Doesn't matter. So yeah, restring the nylon, I'm gonna repaint it. Now, while we're talking about repainting, what I want to do is repaint it to look like some kind of kid's guitar, but not to the point where it looks like a toy. I want to make it look at least somewhat classy. So there's this new nylon guitar series for beginners or like maybe intermediate players that Cordoba released recently. It's called the Protégé Matiz series. Matiz. I know it's an Matiz. I might be pronouncing that wrong. It's very likely. But the thing with those models is that they're full-size nylon guitars with painted tops and mahogany back and sides, maple neck. It looks really cool, right? But I'm not gonna get to buy one. However, I will be using those as inspiration to work on this one. Aside from that, there's also this limited edition Fender model that came out, I think, 2018. It was an acoustic as well. It's called the Fender New Porter Player. And the reason it was limited edition was because it did not have one of the conventional colors that was in the release. So like in the conventional release of the New Porter Player, you had champagne, you had red, you had ice blue satin, you had natural, you had sunburst, you had gray even, I think. Even had black. Black was a cool color too. But this one was a limited edition because instead of having all sides of the guitar be painted, it only had the top and kept the back and sides natural. And that was really cool to me because it looked, classy. Instead of looking like a toy, you only paint the top because, personality. But you still have the wood elements of a normal looking guitar. And I thought that was so cool, right? I mean, I'm going to put this to the side again, for example. And look at this thing. That's a spruce top, I checked. It's dyed, so it looks like cedar, but it's not. It's actually more orange. Wow, it's going to rain. I'm gonna keep going. Cedar. This is a spruce top meant to look like cedar, so it was kind of dyed or aged, maybe, or like heated or something to look orange. And this is a weird more red mahogany kind of thing. Might not even be mahogany. Might be basswood or something. I wasn't looking into the specifics. I just know that the top is spruce and not cedar, like a normal nylon guitar, if I'm correct. But yeah, so assuming that you can't see the grain on this, assuming that this was not natural, you would assume that, oh, that's a yellow top. Wow, right? Looks pretty cool. But the reason it's classy is because it has binding. I know that's real. This other side was like marker, so that sucks. But anyway, I know that this is rebinding, and then this is real. I say that sparingly. Real wood. But it's a natural look, and it looks, hella dope. I don't say that. It looks classy. That's what I'm trying to say. So my goal here is to keep the white binding on this trash guitar. I'm sorry, I did not say trash. I said what's a more polite word? Fixer upper. No, it's not. Anyway, I plan to make the top some kind of dark cerulean blue. I guess kind of like this Melodion I have lying around. This might not be a good reflection of the color, but this might be what it might look like. I'm gonna make the back and sides, and the back of the neck and the back of the headstock, all gonna be copper brown. Kind of gonna look. I'm gonna give it some kind of rustic feel, and then the top of the headstock, the top of the guitar, will be the cerulean blue. So again, looks very classy. This won't have binding obviously because it never did. I'm gonna have to find tape thin enough to mask this off so that I don't affect the binding while I'm painting it. I'm gonna use spray paint because I don't know what's happening. And then when that's done, I'm going to put in a new saddle, a new nut, and we're gonna string it up with nylons, which is going to be really great because despite not having a headstock that is meant for a classical guitar, like let's say this one, because that has the holes in it. This is just a normal guitar. It's gonna have the impression of more of a. This is not mine, by the way. It's gonna have the impression of more of a standard baby, not really baby. Choose the lighting, kind of thing. See, this does not have this does not have a slotted headstock, but it has the tuners protruding normally rather than from the side, and that works just fine. Yeah, that was something. So yeah, that's my plan for this summer. Again, hopefully I have it done by August or June. That's not how time works. June, July, August. I have 3 months. August is when school starts, presumably. So I have that much time to work on this. Hopefully I get it done, and I hope that it looks good. And I hope that it at least looks playable, even if it might not sound good. Aside from that, my hair is finally long enough. Putting the guitars aside, my hair has finally gotten long enough to have a proper ponytail. It keeps coming undone, but like, hey, it looks kind of classy. I don't know. I keep saying classy. I can't think of any other words. That's the best I got. So yeah, that's all I've been doing for the summer. I hope to have a new song or a new cover hopefully within this week. If not this week, maybe next week. Because I'm spending a lot of my time on anime that I was not able to watch during the school year because of work and stuff. So I've been catching up on a lot of my shows that have been in my watch list since probably 2020. Look how long this thing is. All of those black lines you're seeing are anime that I've already seen. And the ones that are highlighted are the ones that I want to, I guess, prioritize and watch. Like, if not from my friend, if not from one of my classmates, basically begging me to watch Attack on Titan, I never would have done it. And let me tell you, you should watch Attack on Titan. If gore's not your thing, if heavy action's not your thing, if humans fighting a gigantic monster is not your thing, then don't watch Attack on Titan. But let me tell you, if you're asking me, you should watch Attack on Titan. Amazing show. That's about it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. I know this thing was very long, but I was gone for a similar amount of time, so I guess this length of a video would make up for, let's say, 5 minutes of a week's worth of videos. Math, dude, I don't know. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.